Hi everybody, this is Felicia. I am here with the next Scraptastic kit, and for some reason I have a brain freeze because I can't remember exactly which kit this is, but this is the September kit from Scraptastic. I still got the October kit to get to, and I just received my November kit. So anyway, so what I did with this one, I have put the texture paste down, and I am going to be mounting this photo here, matting this photo here on some yellow cardstock. So a little bit about this photo real quick. This is my granddaughter, and she decided that she loved the kitchen floor more than she loved the carpet. So she was always on the kitchen floor, just sitting there with her sippy cup, as you can see, in her hand. This is summer, of course, and it's very hot. And she just loved the coolness of the kitchen floor at my house there. And we used to crack up at her because every time we put her on the carpet, she would cross into the kitchen floor. We couldn't understand it. So I decided I'd take a picture of that. And you can see she's got this look on her face like, really? Really? Do you have to take a picture right now? It was so funny. She was such a funny baby when she was little. But anyway, so now I'm back to the layout here. So what I'm doing is I'm doing something that I have not done in a long time, which is distress the edges of my papers by tearing them. And then making layers at the base or the sides, whichever way I would tear the paper, that's where I would make my layers and kind of poof them up a little bit. I haven't done this in a while. So I decided to go ahead and do it on this layout. And all of these papers are from the Scraptastic kit, except for the vellum and the tissue paper, which came from something else. I can't remember where I got that tissue paper from, but it's been sitting for a little while in my stash, and I just haven't used it. And then all of those die cuts are from the Scraptastic kit as well. And I think the ephemera pack that it is from is called, let's see, okay, brain's not working this morning. Anyway, so that came from the ephemera pack that was in the September Scraptastic kit. I was going to use that little one sign right there, but I decided I changed my mind and use some thickers here that came in the kit as well. So you'll see me, I'm going to change this whole entire thing around because it just wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. Some parts of it was, and the other parts of it was not. So you're going to see me change that around here in a little bit once I figure out this isn't working. You know, we have to fiddle around with everything for a little while, and then we're like, okay, this isn't working. Let me try something else. So usually that's what ends up happening with me. So you're going to see it's going to change here in a little bit. But I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay, the Wonder Collection. There it goes. I remember now. See, I knew I would. Anyway, so a lot of those are from the Ephemera Pack Wonder Crepe Paper Wonder Collection, and some of the papers that I'm going to be using here as well. So you can see me trying to make it work. And it's just not looking the way I wanted it to look for some reason. And so what I did was I kind of walked away and then I came back because I just broke into this kit. And sometimes when you break into the kit for the first time, it's like, oh, you got all this stuff and you're like, okay, how am I going to do this? And it takes you a little while to get used to the kit and what's in it. So there you see I pulled everything off except some things. I'm putting them all back on one at a time. And I'm going to use this cat there. It's just not really any reason, but I don't have anything else that I would use cats because I don't have cats. So I decided I'd put it here. And it looks pretty good on this part of the layout. So now I'm committing to gluing down this main part, trying to leave some of that texture paste so that you could see it. So here I go. Now I'm going to be laying up the die cuts, and I'm going to do it a little differently than I did the first time, so that way it looks a little bit more presentable. For some unknown reason, I don't know what I was thinking the first time. It just wasn't looking right. So there I go. I'm starting to stack these up here and kind of pile them up. And I'm putting, I put the hearts back in the same spot, but then I just added that flower. I wanted it more towards the top and not so much towards the side. And then that one as well, because I wanted you to be able to see how I staggered the layers at the top. So I'm not really going to cover that top part up. I'm going to be working on around it. So I'm going to glue that cat back down there. I don't know, it didn't stick the first time. And then these gold hearts, the gold glitter hearts, they're stickers. They came from the previous Scraptastic kit. I just thought I'd use them on this one. And so there I go using these awesome thickers, which I thought was pretty cool. Because you can kind of situate them the way you want, and they're very forgiving. So I'm putting them down just like if I wrote it myself in cursive. I wish my handwriting was that neat, but it's not. So there we go. Because I want to be able to see the "you're" one, the "you're" and "you're wonderful." So I'm putting that down and kind of make it look like it's still in cursive with the little, what you call it there. So that came out. Oh, excuse me, my voice is. The weather is changing here in California. It is cold, and it's been cold every morning. Every morning I get up and go to work. It's between 30 and 35 degrees. It's cold. To me, that's cold. Although I grew up for the first 12 years of my life on the East Coast there in New York State, no, this is cold. I haven't been in that kind of weather in a while, so, and it's going to get a little colder here in California. So we're running around with scarves and hats and boots because it's unusual weather for us here in Northern California to be this cold. So, so my voice is kind of getting used to the weather change here. So I journaled over there on that side of the layout, and there I go. I put the flowers down a little bit there because it was kind of just sticking up there. And I'm going to use that flare badge. And there I go. I'm rolling up the edges. Now, like I said, I haven't done this technique in a long time. I mean, there's lots and lots of techniques that I just forgot about over the years. And so I decided to go ahead and do this one again. And then what I'm going to do here is add some, what you call those things, the dimensional dots, not dots, squares underneath so that it'll stick up and give it some definition there. So now I'm going to cover it up and I'm going to use my Heidi Swapp Gold, which I am running low on this one, but guess what? I got a backup bottle. So there it is. I used Heidi Swapp Gold and some black on here. I don't know if you can tell. The gold is sprinkled down there. I didn't put enough, but I used a lot of the Heidi Swapp Black Velvet, or I think it's Velvet. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate all your wonderful comments, guys, and look forward to more videos. Take care.